Hello there. Can I tell you one of the biggest lies that I've ever believed? I thought my life wasn't falling apart. I wasn't allowed to want more. I wasn't miserable, and I was not in a crisis. Nothing was obviously wrong. So I convinced myself I should just be grateful. Maybe you've done that too. Maybe you've looked at your life and thought, other people have it so much worse. Who am I to be complaining? And if that's you, this video is for you. For a long time, I thought that healing was for people whose lives were visibly broken, and mine wasn't. On paper, my life looked fine. I was functioning, I got things done, and people depended on me. I showed up, and because I was capable, I assumed I was okay. Looking back, I don't think I was really okay. I think I was absent. There's a really big difference. No one would have looked at my life and thought, Jess is disappearing. But I was, quietly, one day at a time. The sentence that kept me stuck for years was, it's not bad enough. Not bad enough to slow down. Not bad enough to ask for help. Not bad enough to deserve attention. So I waited. I waited for permission that was never going to come. Because here's the thing. Presence isn't a reward you earn after suffering enough. You don't have to prove your pain before you're allowed to come home to yourself. I think a lot of people live here. Every time they notice something feels off, they immediately compare themselves to someone else who's struggling more. At least my marriage isn't like theirs. At least I have healthy children. At least I have a job. At least. Comparison has a way of making us abandon ourselves. Gratitude is beautiful. Using gratitude to silence yourself is something entirely different. You can be grateful for your life and still admit you don't feel fully present inside of it. Those things can exist together. So instead of asking, is my life bad enough? I want you to ask something different. Close your eyes just for a second if it feels comfortable. And take one slow breath in through your nose. And now ask, do I actually feel here? Not am I successful, not am I grateful, not am I holding everything together. Just, do I feel present in the life I am living? Because that question will change so much for you. It doesn't require your life to be broken. It simply asks whether you've been missing from it. I've learned that some of us who need this work the most are the ones everyone admires, the dependable one, the capable one, the woman who never seems overwhelmed, the woman who everyone else leans on. Sometimes she's the one who's quietly the farthest away from herself. And because she still functions, nobody notices. Sometimes she doesn't even notice. Let that sink in. If you've been waiting for your life to get worse before you can finally choose yourself, please don't. You don't need to earn your way back home. You don't need a crisis to deserve your presence. You don't need to hit rock bottom to begin paying attention to your own life. Missing yourself, that's more than enough. That's really why Brittany Smith and I created the Weekend Project. Not because we wanted to help women rebuild broken lives. We wanted to help women come back to the lives they already have. Because sometimes nothing is wrong. And yet, something is still missing. If that's where you find yourself today, I hope you stop and wait. I'd love to know in the comments, have you ever caught yourself saying, it's not bad enough? I have. And if you're ready to stop waiting, I'd love to welcome you into the Weekend Project. Until next time.